Hi, welcome to the channel. First of all, you might be wondering, okay, why is this guy, why is he dressed like this? The reason why I'm dressed like this is because uh, if you think for yourself in this society, especially when it comes to CVID, I have to call it CVID because if I call it the other name, this video could possibly be flagged. You're going to have information up underneath that's going to explain the information that they want you to know. Okay, they want to control the narrative. So I'm just going to call it CVID, but if you express your opinions on CVID in this society, then automatically your opinions are dismissed. You're looked at as some sort of lunatic, like there's something wrong with you. And it even affects friends and family, just the way that people act towards you. So that's why I'm concealing my identity. But this video, I want to explain to you why I first started to suspect that something was wrong as far as the response to CVID. So if we go back a few years ago when everything was shut down and then things maybe slowly start to open up, but anyhow, the NFL season started and the players were going to play, and supposedly CVID was so contagious and so dangerous, but yet after watching the NFL, the football players out there week after week playing, I started to suspect that hey, this isn't as bad or as dangerous as what the government is making it out to be. The government and officials are making it out to be. Because I'm watching these games and I'm seeing players tackle each other. I'm seeing them spit on each other, bleed on each other, sweat on each other. Okay, the entire game, the quarterbacks are licking their hands and grabbing the football from the center, and the referees are all touching the same football. And so, why wasn't there a massive outbreak of CVID? And I actually would bring this point up to people, and they would just look at me like basically like I had two heads, like, what's wrong with this guy? And I even brought this same question about football. Why wasn't there a massive outbreak of CVID? I brought this up to actual doctors. Okay, at least two doctors, I brought it up to them, and they had no answer for me. They didn't even bother to answer. I said to them, why, if all of this is going on, these players sweating on each other, these players bleeding on each other, tackling each other, you know, offensive and defensive lines running into each other. Why isn't there this massive breakout of CVID in the NFL? And they had no answer for me. They wouldn't even attempt to answer it because there was no answer. And in the meantime, you and I, when we go to the grocery store, we were having to stand on circles that were directing us to stay 6 feet apart. Not to mention the whole mask thing, which I will get into in another video. But anyhow, the point of this video and the point of this channel is just to encourage people to question things, question everything that you're told, whether it's about CVID or anything else that the government, political figures, whatever they're telling you, even doctors and scientists. You need to question, you need to think for yourself. Okay, I know it can be scary to do that because if you voice your opinions, you will get pushback. Okay, you will have family members that will possibly ostracize you, or even friends that will possibly ostracize you. Okay, you will be looked at as a weirdo. Okay, it could even get you in trouble in your workplace. But that's the point of this is question what you're being told. Okay, it doesn't matter uh, who the authority is. It doesn't matter which party is in power. You need to question what you're being told by these people, what you're being told by the government. Think for yourself. Right now, we have too much groupthink that goes on in this country. Okay, people aren't thinking for themselves. The whole NFL situation, it completely conflicts with what we've been told for the last few years. So I just want everyone to just question and think for themselves. Use your brain, be an independent thinker. Okay, do your research. Don't just go with the herd because there are plans that have been made for the massive there are plans that have been made for the masses by those who are in control, okay, of the country and in control of countries all over the world. And we as individuals, we need to think for ourselves because the people in control, they have not been honest, and they've never admitted to the fact that they've been wrong on things, whether it's been intentional or unintentional. They will never admit that they were wrong. So just think for yourself. Don't be afraid to be an individual. Okay? Don't just go with the massive think. There's this saying about great minds think alike. Well, I myself, I don't believe that. I think that great minds think differently. We wouldn't have all the different innovations that we have if everyone thought alike. It takes people thinking differently to create these different innovations and create change in society. So please don't have the herd mentality. Think for yourself. So that's all that I want to say is just think for yourself. Think for yourself. Do your research. Don't just believe what the talking heads on TV have to say. It doesn't matter what the news media is, where it comes from. Think for yourself. Do your research. Don't be led astray. Please think for yourself.